Does minoxidil actually regrow your hair? Or are you signing up for lifelong dependency? This is the question that stops most people from even trying it. And I get it. The idea of using something for the rest of your life feels overwhelming. So today, I'm going to give you the complete truth about minoxidil, how it works, the side effects that might happen, whether you really need to use it forever, and what your alternatives are if you can't or don't want to use it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly if minoxidil is right for you or not. Welcome back to the Hair Growth series. This is episode 2. Before we start, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the rest of the episodes. Let's go. So, the question everyone's asking, does minoxidil actually work? And before I answer that, let me tell you something interesting. Minoxidil has been studied more than almost any other hair treatment. We're talking about thousands of patients, dozens of clinical trials, years of research. And the results, they're complicated. Let me show you what I mean. In one large study of nearly 1,000 men who used minoxidil for a full year, 62% saw their balding area become smaller. About 64% said it was effective or very effective. Another recent analysis looked at almost 3,000 patients across 27 different studies. They found that 35% had significant improvement, 47% showed some improvement, and 26% saw their hair loss stop completely. Now here's where it gets interesting. When you break down all this data, you see a pattern. About 40% of people respond really well. Another 40% see stabilization, their hair loss just stops, and 20% don't see much change at all. So if you're watching this thinking, will it work for me? The honest answer is, it depends. And here's why. There's an enzyme in your hair follicles called sulfotransferase. This enzyme is what converts minoxidil into its active form, the form that actually works. Some people naturally have high levels of this enzyme. Some have low levels. If you have high levels, minoxidil will work brilliantly for you. If you have low levels, you might be in that 20% where it doesn't do much. And the frustrating part is that there's no test for this. You have to try it to find out. But here's the good news. 80% of people see some benefit, whether it's regrowth or stopping further loss. So the odds are actually in your favor. Now stay with me because I'm going to tell you exactly how to use it, what to watch out for, and whether you actually need to commit for life. But first, let's talk about the side effects, because this is what scares people the most. The most common side effects are scalp related: irritation, itching, dryness, and flaking. And here's what most people don't know. These are usually not from the minoxidil itself. This might also be from the liquid formulation that contains alcohol. I'll tell you how to completely avoid this in just a minute. Now, there can also be some systemic side effects because minoxidil was originally created as a blood pressure medication. So even though you're applying it to your scalp, it can affect your body. In studies, about 17% of people experienced unwanted hair growth on the face or body. About 3.5% had an increased heart rate. These are less common with the standard 5% topical version, but they can happen. For women especially, unwanted facial hair is a real concern. If this happens, you might need to reduce the dosage or try alternatives. And here's the side effect that freaks everyone out: shedding. When you first start using minoxidil, your hair fall might actually increase for 2 to 4 weeks. But listen carefully, this is completely normal. And it's actually a good sign. What's happening is that minoxidil is pushing out your weak resting hair to make space for new healthy growth. Minoxidil shedding isn't the same for everyone. It depends on how much hair is in the telogen phase at the time you start. More resting hair means more visible shedding, and that's just a part of the process. After those first few weeks, the shedding stops and new growth begins. But if you panic and stop during this phase, you'll never see the results. So guys, trust the process and you will see your hair being fuller on the scalp very soon. Now, another important question is, do you have to use minoxidil forever? So guys, minoxidil works by opening your blood vessels and increasing blood flow to your follicles. More blood means more nutrients, more oxygen, more growth signals. Your follicles get used to this increased blood flow. They depend on it. So if you stop, the blood flow may go back to what it was before, and your follicles go back to their previous state too. That's why people say you have to use it forever. But here's the honest truth. Once you stop minoxidil, hair loss typically returns within 4 to 6 months. So you have two options. One is use it lifelong. And yes, you can use minoxidil long term. There's nothing wrong with that if it's working for you and you're tolerating it well. Think of it like skincare. You use face serum or your moisturizer every day to maintain your skin, right? It should be the same with hair. Or what you can also use minoxidil alongside other treatments from the start. Combine minoxidil with peptide-based serums like Capixil, Redensil, Procapil, and Anagain for additional growth phase support, and Saw Palmetto supplement, as we discussed in the episode 1, for internal DHT blocking, and also add weekly ketoconazole shampoo for maintaining scalp health. This combination approach gives you better results because you're attacking hair loss from multiple angles at once. And looking at the future, brands are even exploring new combinations. Some are now adding retinol to hair formulations. Retinol, which you might know from skincare, helps increase cell turnover and can improve the absorption of other active ingredients into the scalp. Early research suggests it might enhance the effectiveness of treatments like minoxidil. The key is you need to use something consistently. You can't just stop everything and expect your hair to stay thick. Hair maintenance is always ongoing. Now here's something that could completely change your minoxidil experience. And honestly, so many people give up on minoxidil without knowing this. Minoxidil comes in two forms, liquid and foam. In research comparing the two, only 1.1% of people using foam had an itchy scalp. With liquid, 6% had itching. That's more than 5 times higher. There's a difference because liquid form contains alcohol and propylene glycol. These actually dry out your scalp. The foam doesn't have these, it's much gentler. In fact, one study found that after 30 days, the liquid formulation decreased scalp moisture. The foam actually increased it. So if you tried minoxidil liquid and your scalp became dry, red, itchy, or flaky, it wasn't the minoxidil, it was the alcohol. Switch to foam. It will work with the same effectiveness, but way better experience. This is honestly one of the most important things I can tell you in this video. Don't give up on minoxidil just because the liquid irritated you. Try the foam first. Now, if you had decided minoxidil isn't for you, whether because of side effects or personal preference, you do have alternatives. The peptide serum combination with Capixil, Redensil, Procapil, and Anagain is a solid choice. Microneedling can help with blood flow if your scalp isn't inflamed. Low-level laser therapy caps are another option for circulation. And yes, there are natural options like rosemary oil, peppermint oil, and lavender oil that research supports. They're just much slower than minoxidil. You have choices. But minoxidil is the fastest and most powerful, but not the only way out. So, does minoxidil actually regrow hair? Yes, but you need to know it works differently for different people. The foam version is way better tolerated than the liquid one. You need to stick through the initial shedding phase, and maintenance is required either with minoxidil or its alternatives. If this cleared up your confusion, share it with someone who's been going back and forth on minoxidil. In episode 3, we're covering another widely asked question about hair fall and regrowth. So stay tuned. And if you need personalized support for your specific hair situation, call us at 8699-086991. Till then, take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.